Again, I want to thank everybody for coming today. We're so excited. I want, without any more hesitation, to introduce to you all the reason that we're here, and that is the painter of light, Mr. Thomas Kinkade.
Thank you. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is great. I'm in the Old West here. This is, you know, I have my Harley parked outside. I'm ready to go. And that looks very good in black leather. Thank you very much. I had a dear experience because when we do our events, we always reward people who have had extraordinary experiences in life. As Jason did, we want to give a book to those happily married couples. We had that dear lady in our event last year who kept her hand up. 60 years of marriage, her hand was still waving. 65 years. I finally stopped the whole show. How many years have you been married, madam? She said, I've been married 73 years. She said, I got married when I was 20 years old. I'm 93. I said, that's wonderful. How did you make it all that many years? She said, oh, it's been wonderful. I said, of course, he's been dead for 30 years. The last 30 were great. Real party. But we have had the great experience. We can be down on the sound unless you like this. Who's controlling that sound? Thank you. The fact is that we create paintings that inspire people because what I create really affirms foundational things people believe in, like home, family, faith in God, the beauty of nature, simpler way of living. How many of you know life is too complex? We've got chaos all around us. There's too much things bombarding us continuously, and so I remind people of those simpler things, to enjoy a sunset, to take a deep breath and look at the quietude of a spring meadow, a trail that wanders through the desert, or perhaps a mountain that is capped with snow as you sit on the plain and look up at all of God's grandeur. You know, these are images I think everybody relates to because we all have those secret places in our heart that we dream of. We want to have those places that we can return to where we feel at peace. I mean, if you're watching the evening news, it's a guaranteed formula for anxiety. And that's why the makers of sleep medications are doing real well right now, because they want to keep you anxious so that you need something to help you relax. And the fact is, God's blessings are so abundant, but it never makes the news. There is so much more good news than bad news. It's just the bad news always makes the front page story. And I had a dear woman who said, Mr. Kinkade, in the evenings I come home and I turn off CNN and I turn on my Thomas Kinkade painting and I feel like I can relax and be at peace. That dear woman who told me that she was so thrilled because my painting was a gift she got on her wedding day. She said, Mr. Kinkade, that painting was the highlight of my honeymoon. That was flattering. But the fact is the paintings commemorate good things in life. I know there are people who give my paintings to each other as an anniversary gift. Tom, I'm going to give this painting to my husband. He and I decided every year we're going to give each other a Thomas Kinkade painting on our anniversary. To which I say, may you be married a long time. Because it is true. The great thing about art, it's a landmark. It's something that gives you a memory to look back on. Paintings do inspire your heart. They go in the home. They're there forever. It's not like something you put on a shelf when you're done with it. You read a book, it goes on a shelf. I've done 120 books, either been the subject of or written, co-authored 120 books. And I will tell you that your passion when you write a book is that it would get published. And your second passion is people would buy it. And then your third passion is people would actually read it. That's a hard one. And then your fourth passion is that they'd actually keep the book. Because I don't know if you've ever had the thrill, some of you who've maybe written a book, the thrill of seeing your book at a garage sale. Especially when I see a Thomas Kinkade book in the 50-cent bin. You know, that always aches right here, you know. But I create books and dream that it could have an impact, but it doesn't. The books come and go. Some of you remember Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Remember that book? It was like the worldwide bestseller. Who's heard of it? Who is Jonathan Livingston Seagull? A few of you have heard of it, but who now? Who today? Did someone today read that book? Did they? Did one person in the whole world read Jonathan Livingston Seagull today? I don't know. How about Forrest Gump? Remember that great movie? Sweeping the whole world, man. Everybody got to see that movie. Okay, how many are going to see it today? Yeah, I worked for 2 years on that movie. How many people are going to see it today? Well, did 100 people see it today? 1,000? I don't know. Maybe I'm surprised. Maybe there might be a few thousand. The fact is, movies come and go. I'm sorry to disappoint those of you in the movie business. It comes and goes. I worked on a movie called Fire and Ice when I was first starting out. It was a great movie in its day. Everyone talking about that movie. I went with Nanette to see the grand opening of this movie. 93 minutes later, we're walking out. I said, well, that was 2 years of my life. 93 minutes. There it was. I had that little teeny sliver to touch someone else's life. 93 minutes. We walked out. Now it's over. And the people were talking about something else. They were walking out of the theater. They weren't even talking about my movie. Let's get pizza. What kind of pizza? I don't know. Pepperoni. Let's go. You know, the movie was over. Things we create don't last, but art is different. Those of you who are artists, I tell you, you create something sacred. As it goes into someone's home, it's part of their life forever. It becomes part of the family. They're growing up with those images. You look at it every day. Do you know today there might have been a few hundred people who read Jonathan Seagull, and there might have been a few thousand that saw Forrest Gump. But today, over 20 million people woke up to a Thomas Kinkade painting. That's pretty cool. I always tell interviewers it's like having a flat screen TV in millions of homes, and it's tuned to one channel. Kinkade Vision, you know, just one channel. And you can't turn it off, and you don't need to turn it on. I love that first part. You can't turn it off. I'm there. You got me. You know, welcome me into your home, whether you like me or not. I'm right there, you know. And people love the idea that what they're bringing into their home makes a difference. It makes a positive difference. You can hang a lot of things in your home. But I encourage you, whether it's my paintings or someone else's, to hang paintings that bring specific meaning and imagery that inspires you